We're a top 5 defense.
Them.
Oh, they're a top 5 defense.
Scoring wise.
I mean, anytime you score 2 goals at home, you should win the game, or you should feel like you have done enough to win the game. Like I said, whether it was just deserved or otherwise, we have fallen short tonight of securing the result. Whether it was getting a second goal or extending the lead by 2 when we have momentum with us, or whether it was the resilience and making sure we fought through the moments and spells that they had in the game, which we expected. Either way you look at it, we fell a little bit short today. I think it's really fine margins. But yeah, it's okay for us to be frustrated. It's an interesting message because we're 4-0-2, and under any normal season, under any normal circumstances, you'd be relatively pleased with that if someone offered you that after 6 games. But the standards are so high for the program that we're genuinely frustrated that we've not got 100% record right now, and we've not taken advantage of the LMU performance. And then again tonight, we've had 2 incredible chances with seconds left on the clock, and if that's what it takes, that's what it takes. So I want it to burn in them. I want it to be a situation where they feel unsatisfied, and to some extent we try and take it out on ODU on Saturday.
Concern in those situations, or just bad luck?
With regards to?
With the LMU, and then obviously the
LMU, I thought we were superb. We did everything but put the ball in the back of the net. I thought it was probably our most complete performance in terms of the territorial dominance, the counter press and counter prevention that we showed. Yeah, it just sometimes it doesn't fall for you. Tonight it does, in the fact that we scored twice. But yeah, to obviously concede as quickly as we did after the first one is something we should be frustrated with. And then yeah, they had a little spell, and we had to show some resilience and do a better job on a set piece, and we didn't.
You said earlier in the week that with the rankings this early, it's just kind of, it is what it is because there's not a lot of games to go off of. What was the message to the team when you kind of saw the rankings earlier today? Was today kind of a perfect game?
No, I mean, it's fine. Like, it's they're not always going to get it right. Like, the rankings and the RPIs couldn't be further from each other right now, and there's still a lot more that needs to come from the RPI. I think there's more parity in Division 1 this year. I think there's going to be a lot of upsets, and I think RPI is going to take a really long time to settle down. So yeah, look, I think the group felt like we deserved to be 1 because it's felt like an extension of last year. It's felt like a continuation from last season. So we carried that with pride, and we carried that with no burden of this weight of expectation or any kind of imposter syndrome at all. Yeah, it was fun while it's lasted. We've got to work really, really hard to make sure that we're where we want to be at the end of the year now.
Coach, kind of along those lines though, when you see what the rankings were this week after we were, I mean, it's early in the season. I mean, you guys haven't played a conference game yet, but do you almost have to kind of smile and ask yourself, who did we tick off or something like that? I mean,
yeah, it's fine. I mean, we got a taste of that in week 2, right?
Yeah.
We won 2 games and dropped a place. So it's okay. It's okay. We'll be where we deserve to be at the end of the year, and as will pretty much every team in the country. So that's what counts.
And as a former player, the delay before Sergio's kick, does that put even more pressure on a very mentally tough situation?
It does. I mean, I'll put it on record now. Video review, we're not ready for it at the college level, and it needs to be removed. It's just hurting the game, it's hurting the fans' experience. And yeah, I'm not sure in that incident it's helping the players. We just don't have the technology for it. We don't have the capacity to it. You've seen it be a burden, quite honestly, to the Premier League. We're trying to take away controversy, we've added it. So the fact that we're trying to do it at the college level with respect is just we're not ready for it. And then we go to Cal Baptist and they don't have it. So I'm confused and frustrated that the decision was to try and add something that in the richest league in the world, they've proven that they haven't got it right just yet.
Good to have the focus of conference games coming up now. Ready, you can say, hey, now we're ready to dive into where we need to play really well.
Yeah, we've had a good sample of the gauntlet of the Sun Belt, and we've talked about this year coming away with as many trophies as possible, and that's the first one we can get, right? Is the regular season trophy. We have an opportunity to start on the right foot. I think our first game last year was Georgia Southern, and we tied at home. So to get off to a winning start against ODU, who right now have had a really good start to the season and sit quite nicely in the RPI, it's a really good opportunity for us on Saturday night.
Coach, a question about Navarro.